guys, Julia here from JM2 Vintage. Welcome back to the channel. I am here today with a bins haul. This is a really good bins haul, and I'll tell you, it was a decent day at the bins until the end when I had like a twisteroni, so I cannot wait to share that with you guys. I think I've got 35 or 36 pieces here, some really cool vintage, some style-based picks, some cool designer, lots and lots and lots of stuff to talk about. But before we get started here, guys, if this is your first time here, if this is your first time stumbling on my channel, first and foremost, welcome. I am Julia. That is my name. We talk all things thrifting and vintage and the business of reselling on the internet here. If that sounds like something that you might be into, consider hitting subscribe down below. I would love to have you along on this journey. But without further ado, guys, we have so much to talk about, so why don't you go grab yourself a snack, grab yourself a drink. You know I've got my matcha latte. So sit back, relax, and let's get into the goods. Okay, so we're gonna kick this off with a pair of jeans, and like 22-year-old Julia would be gagging at finding these in the bins. These are the A Pocket 7 for All Mankind jeans. They are a size 31. I believe this is boot cut. Yeah, that's boot cut. I couldn't tell at first if it was straight cut or boot cut, but this is boot cut. I don't know if these are vintage or if these are current. They feel new, but I could be wrong, so I'll have to do a little bit of research on it. 7 for All Mankind, one of those super expensive brands. I want to say that they retail like $240 at this point. They were like $170 when I was in my 20s, and they really kind of burst on the seam, which was a crazy, crazy price for them. But on the resale market, I'll probably see somewhere like 30 to 50 on these. Depending on style, it varies quite a bit, so I'll have to do, again, a little bit more research on these, but always love finding like great condition 7 for All Mankind, especially when I'm not finding it in like a size 25. Next up, this is a pair of shorts. These are men's and they are terry cloth. I know this seems very weird. This is from Wax London, which is definitely a good brand to keep your eyes out for. But this kind of stuff in particular, like men's resort wear, men's terry cloth, like cabana shirts, this kind of stuff sells really well for me. It's like very much trending for men. Obviously we're going into winter, but I really start seeing beachwear and stuff like this. I really start to see that pick up like mid-December. I think that there's a lot of people who go on vacation like right after the holidays. Like if you don't have kids that you have to pull out of school, you see a lot of people going on vacation in like January because it's usually one of the cheapest times of year to travel in terms of like cruises and resorts. It's usually less crowded, and especially if you are somebody who lives like in a northern state where you have a lot of snow and a lot of cold, it's really nice to get away in the doldrums of winter. Like after all of the excitement from the holidays has died down, now you're just dealing with like the deep freeze. So a lot of people go on vacation in the early winter, and then midwinter you start to have spring break popping up. So I will pick this kind of stuff up all the time, and this is the kind of time of the year that I start to see this stuff in the bins. Resale market on this, and again, it's just like a pair of shorts. I'll probably see like 30, 35 bucks on this. This does have a top that goes with it. If I had the full set, that's probably closer to like 60 or so. Next up, I found this cute little dress. This is from, I saw Sugar Thrills, which I know is a Dolls Kill brand, and sure enough, it is new with tags, and of course it says Dolls Kill right there. And this is just like a little satin kind of coquette corset style dress. There's no actual corseting in this or any boning, but it does have that look. It's got that kind of wide square neckline. Something like this from Sugar Thrills, brand new with tags. Size small will probably go around $30. I would recommend, Dolls Kill is one of those brands that makes kind of alternative style clothing. And I always say that when you have a situation where there is a company making like alternative style clothing and there is a devoted buyer base for that kind of clothing and very few companies that make it, those companies are always going to be a good thing to look out for in resale. You know, think like Mod Cloth and Unique Vintage and stuff like that. They make those like retro style clothes. It's just a good recipe for a reseller, you know, limited supply, dedicated buyer base. I'll take it. Next here we've got these vintage pants. These are Lauren from Ralph Lauren. I feel like I've been picking up more and more of this, but I've been finding some great vintage pieces recently, and vintage Lauren sells very well. I thought these were super cute. I mean, they feel almost like they could be summery, but 100% this like red check could easily be Christmas. And if you are unaware, Ralph Lauren Christmas is the style of the year this year, so be on the lookout for these pieces that could be holiday related. But this is definitely vintage. I'm gonna say late 90s on this. If the label was a bit bigger, it would be more like early 90s. That's the really in-demand stuff. But this is size 12 and these feel brand new. 100% cotton, tailored and tapered, but not skinny or legging-like. So for something like this, I'll probably see somewhere between like 25 and 35. I'm telling you, vintage Lauren stuff right now, you should be paying attention because people are snapping it up. You know, with all the trends being like preppy and heritage and plaid, you know, people are really starting to hip to the quality of the older Lauren pieces and the vintage polo pieces. So keep your eyes out. Let me know if you are having the same experience because I've been loving it. Next up, we have this little like 90s baby doll grunge dress. This is definitely vintage. It's got that kind of like moody floral gray back with some roses. It's that really like wide baby doll silhouette, midi length. I mean, again, this screams mid 90s to me. There's no label in this other than the medium tag. You could see where there used to be a label. I don't think it really matters so much. No other interior tagging. I'm gonna guess that this is about a size large, but these kind of things are generally worn quite oversized. I'll probably see somewhere between like 20 and 30 bucks on this. And I have no doubt that this will go quickly because this kind of stuff is being snapped up left and right. Next up, I found this cute little dress. This is new with tags from Hello Molly, not to be confused with Oh Polly or Princess Polly, but it's kind of in the same realm as them. I want to say that this is also Aussie owned, yes. And that is the label. And these are kind of like nicer fast fashion and they're very, very popular right now. So they are selling quite well. But just like obviously when you're dealing with anything like this, it's like from a very trendy brand, especially if you were looking at having to pay up for something. I would just do a quick little comp before you leave store to see what they're selling for right now. Because these stores tend to come in and be like really popular and dwindle off a little bit. But this is a midi length slip dress. This is kind of like a textured satin and it's this burnt umber brown and cream blend, of course, brand new with tags, and it's a size large. So I will probably see about 30, 35 bucks on this, and I have no doubt this will go quickly. It is a spaghetti strap dress, but I can also see this just being worn under a cardigan or a jacket or something for like the holiday season. It is much more fall colors than it is summer, so. Next up, cute little piece from We the Free. These kind of shirts sell well for me. The neckline can either be like wide scoop or it can be off the shoulder. It's all smocked and all stretchy and it's got like a soft elasticized, I guess these are like just below elbow length sleeves, cropped length, and it's a size small. We the Free sells really well for me, better than mainline Free People. So I will probably see, I mean, for something like this, it is 100% cotton, probably somewhere between 20 and 30 bucks on it. Might be something that doesn't go until we're in that like resort wear buying season, but this is such a classic little silhouette. This should go no problem. Next up, I found this little Madewell sweater, and I'm very selective with what I pick up from Madewell these days. I generally, unless it's something like really significant style-wise, I'm generally only picking things up from the last couple of years, and this is like a very classic heather gray cardigan, but the reason I picked this up mostly is because of the fabric. It's a merino wool and cotton blend, and it's from fall of 2023. So if you don't know this, on Madewell pieces, if you look at the contents tag, behind the contents tag, there's a little tag here that has the date code. So this one says FA23, that tells you that it was like fall of 2023. And just above that is the style number, which you can put into search and find out all the details about the item. Anyway, it's a size small, it's in perfect condition. Something like this probably like 30, 35 bucks. It is such a cozy sweater. I wish it was my size because this is 100% something I would keep. Perfect, like classic elevated cardigan. I'm trying to get used to daylight savings here, guys. It's 2:30 in the afternoon and I feel like the sun is already getting low in the sky. Ugh. Next up here, we have a pair of cargo pants. These are from Alice and Olivia. Definitely a brand I am always excited to find. Alice and Olivia, like we all know, is expensive, but I feel like we forget how expensive it is. I remember I went looking for like a dress. I was comping a dress that I had picked up a little bit ago, and it was like $600. You forget, it is pricey. Anyway, these are some like olive drab cargo leg, like loose bottom joggers. These are not like cinched in. These are almost gonna have like a balloon type silhouette when they're worn. And balloon silhouettes are having a moment right now. So like if you have things that you have listed as like a jogger leg, if you take a look at it and that jogger leg is like pretty voluminous, like if it's more voluminous than a typical jogger that tends to be a little bit more like tailored in, make sure you're using balloon silhouette because that is something that people are searching for these days. So I don't know how long that's going to be a trend, but for this season, it is a trend. So something like this from Alice and Olivia, I'll probably see somewhere between like 35 and 60. Alice and Olivia tends to resell for a pretty penny, so I'm always excited to find it. Next up, another cute little piece from Seven for All Mankind. This is a linen crop top. Definitely has that like minimalist look to it. Something like I could see this being worn like under an oversized blazer. Like I can 100% see the outfit that this was being worn with. Seven for All Mankind, another brand. Crazy, crazy expensive. And I'm often like surprised by how fast the non-jeans Seven for All Mankind pieces have sold for me. This is a size medium. And I mean, and this is by no means a super significant piece, but I'll probably see somewhere like $20 to $25 on this. And it'll probably sell quicker than I anticipate because again, every time I have like non-denim pieces from Seven for All Mankind, I'm like taken aback by how fast they sell. So very, very cute. All right, next up are these cute pants from Everlane. Everlane, of course, one of like the vanguards of the transparent ethical clothing company. The reason I love this color, this kind of brick red, this reminds me of Nantucket reds that you get at the Toggery shop up in Nantucket. I do have a pair in my closet that I will have forever. I love them. And this kind of reminds me of what they looked like. The first pair I bought were kind of like this brick red and then they faded into the pink, and now they sell them kind of pre-faded, which I wish they wouldn't because you really have to earn that pink. These have kind of like a carpenter-esque style. They have like those big square pockets and they're wide leg and a size 4. So I'll probably see somewhere around $30 on these. That's about what I get for Everlane, between like 30, 35. So I will get these into the wash ASAP and get them listed. Again, I love this color. It's not a color for everybody, but it is a color for me. You know what I'm saying? Next up, oh, I love these. Okay, so these are vintage J. Crew wool pants. I think that this is probably like 90s J. Crew, maybe early 2000s. I feel like they changed this label pretty quick into me being into J. Crew, so that would be about that time. The thing I love about these is that these are nice wide leg gray flannel trousers. And I think that they're wool. Yeah, they're wool nylon cashmere. They're so soft. They're kind of high-waisted. I don't know if this was like proper suiting or if this was just a pair of like fashion pants, but this leg I'm kind of obsessed with. And it's a pretty long inseam, so I'll have to get a measurement on that. But just for the age and the weight of the fabric, like this just feels so nice. I'll probably see, I don't know, probably 35, somewhere between like 30 and 40 maybe on these, and I'll just have to make sure that I label them and I keyword them correctly, but they're in like great condition, and the silhouette is just like everything. I know a million girls who would wear this with like really chunky boots underneath, blending that like tailored look with a little bit of an edge. I'm so here for it. Size 8 on those as well. Next up, this is so cute. So this is from Tommy Bahama, and I do pick up Tommy Bahama dresses. I've done quite well with them. This is a linen blend, size medium. It's got this really cute eyelet open work on the sleeves. It's got the same kind of eyelet along the bottom. This kind of thing will sell. Like Tommy Bahama is one of those brands that when you see it in store, you're like, oh, right, that's, you know, $200. But on the resale market, I'll see probably about $35 on this. And again, I wouldn't doubt that this will go fairly quickly. This is the kind of thing, Tommy Bahama dresses, for whatever reason, more so than anything else that I sell from Tommy Bahama, they are usually in and out of my closet so quickly. And I just thought that this was so pretty. I loved all this eyelet work. Next up, I've got a great little bread and butter piece. This is from J. Jill. This is double gauze in this pretty like Kelly green. It's a size extra large, and it's definitely a like relaxed fit. Like this is definitely meant to be kind of oversized. This feels in brand new condition. Something like this from J. Jill, probably somewhere around $25 to $30. J. Jill is one of those brands that I think is really, really well made. And I'll tell you, I haven't been finding much of it recently, which is odd because for a long time I found great J. Jill pieces like all the time. I haven't been finding much, and some of the pieces that I have been finding have been in like the extra small range. And when it comes to brands like J. Jill, Chico's is in that mix, Talbot's, I generally try to stay away from smaller sizes. Like I generally try to only source like size large at a minimum and up. If you can find the plus sizes, fabulous. But for the most part, I want to start like large, extra large and up. You know, unless it's something really extraordinary or really nice, like quality piece or a more substantial piece, I'm generally gonna leave, you know, smalls, extra smalls, even some mediums behind. So a great little piece from J. Jill though. Next up, I found this really pretty black V-neck sweater from J. Crew. This is a wool blend. It's kind of like a lightweight. It feels a little bit like merino. And the thing I loved about it is that on the back, it's got these leather patches, and these are real leather. This is not faux leather. So this is basically your elbow and down your forearm. So a nice little like luxe detail on this. I think it's so cute. Size small. Again, probably see somewhere between like 25 and 35 on this. It's in great condition. And it's very, very soft, which is nice because not all wool is soft. Next up, oh my God, okay, so this is wild. So I kind of saw this and I liked the colors, so I picked it up. And turns out it's a Chargers polo shirt. But here's where it gets weird, because this is typically like not my space. There are people that I see out while I'm sourcing that are like all over any kind of jerseys, t-shirts, sweatshirts, and like, I guess that's what they do. But the interesting thing for me with this is that I saw this. So this was a polo shirt that was owned by Jim Harbaugh, the coach of the LA Chargers. And I've actually found pictures of him wearing this exact polo shirt. I think it's from 2024, but it's got all the hits that you don't typically see on these kind of polo shirts that are sold, you know, to the general public. So it's got the NFL right there. It's got the big Nike swoosh right there, because obviously these are sponsored pieces. And so I'm interested to see how this does. Like this is probably more of like a sports memorabilia piece than it is like something that somebody will buy to wear. But what a cool find. So I have no idea what this will go for. Like if you want to take a stab, please put a guess. You know, what would you price it at, or what would you expect to see for it in the comments? I'm again gonna have to do a little bit more searching for it, but very cool to find something that is like documented, owned by the coach of the Chargers, and you know, there's some diehard fans here. So I'll do a little bit more research and I'll report back when it sells. But I want to hear what you guys would either think this would sell for or what you guys would list it for, because I don't deal very much in sports memorabilia at all. But what a cool find. I truly never know what you are going to find when you are at the thrift or at the bins. Next up, I found this beautiful vintage 90s skirt. Again, these kind of skirts are having a moment with this like heritage town and country vibe. This is 100% silk. This is from Linda Allard for Ellen Tracy. I'm sure that that's not a label that you guys are unfamiliar with, but it's got that button front. It's about ankle length. Feels right off of the set of Dynasty. You can see Crystal Carrington wearing this with a blazer with like the sassiest shoulder pads and the hair just teased to the gods. But this feels like old money and luxe, and it's beautiful silk. But I'm not quite sure what I'll get for this. It is a pretty small size. I want to say it's a 6. It's a petite 6. So probably somewhere, again, 25 to 35 on this. It is lovely. Be on the lookout for those old money, town and country, ultra preppy, like old school preppy kind of pieces, because they're moving. Next up, I saw this dress. Oh my goodness. So this is J. Crew collection, and it is silk twill. And this is like my favorite kind of silk. I'm such a sucker for it. And it's this really cool brown and white pattern. It's this beautiful shirt dress. It's got a tie waist belt and a pleated skirt with a little colorful hit here at the end. Only downside to this is it's a size 0. So it is very, very very small, but it is in flawless condition. So I'm not quite sure what I'll get for this. I don't pick up a ton of J. Crew other than like their cashmere sweaters. So I'm interested to see how this does. I just think it's so pretty. This feels so rich. So we'll find out, somewhere maybe between like 30 and 50 on this. It is just so pretty. And again, just feels like it's never been worn. Next up, this gorgeous little top. So much eyelet today, guys. It must be that time of year when people are cleaning out their summer clothes, but I just thought this was so pretty. So it's got this like oversized jumbo eyelet on these very voluminous sleeves. It's got like a relaxed silhouette here with scallops at the bottom. There is no tag in here, but like look at the little trim on the inside. I always say if you want to like judge how well a garment is created, look at the details on the inside, because that's an easy place to cut costs. Like nobody would know if they didn't put this little green detail on the back neck. The funny thing is, when I did a Google image search, the first thing it brought me to is like this Zimmerman shirt. It kept showing me this Zimmerman shirt. I'm like, as much as I wish it was, I don't think it is, but it's definitely linen blend. I think it's like a linen rayon blend, and it is adorable. Probably about a size medium on this, so I'll have to put measurements because there is no tagging whatsoever in this. But I'll keep digging to see if I can figure out what this is. If you are familiar with it, let me know. Probably somewhere 20 to 30 bucks on this. So cute. Next up, we have this adorable Free People top. This is all, I don't know if you can see this. This is all stitching. All of that detail there is not a print. That is all stitch work. So cute. So it's got these very wide kimono style sleeves. It's like a wide, short silhouette, as you can see here. It's got a lace up neck. It's all, I think this is all cotton. It's a size large. It's 100% cotton. This is so cute. Probably, I'll have to see if I can find the exact model of this, because I just think it's like exceptionally cute. Above and beyond a lot of other pieces I've seen recently, but somewhere probably 25 to 32 on this. It really is so cute. And like the level of detail with all of this stitching is insane. Next up here, also from Free People, falling right into that unconventional lace, is this really stretchy lace shirt. This is almost like a fishnet, but it's got this really pretty floral pattern there. It's cream, it's long sleeve, it's like long, very long line. So this is something that you can wear like as a layer underneath something. It's size small, and it is an intimately Free People piece. So something like this, probably somewhere $20 to $25. I'm gonna have to find like the actual name of this top. I'm sure it won't be hard to find. It's an unusual silhouette, so it should pop up. But yeah, very cute. Unconventional lace, guys. Make sure if you have anything like this that could be used in this trend that's happening right now of unconventional lace, that you are using that term in your description. I always take that opportunity when I'm going through and I'm relisting items to like see if there's any new trends that are happening right now that are applicable to things that I already own. So I make sure that I add those keywords in. I think you'll be surprised at how that affects your listings. It really does drive traffic. All right, next up. Oh, this was so pretty. So this is a little dress from Abercrombie & Fitch. This feels very apropos going into holiday season. So it's got this pleat. It's like an olive green, and it's midi length. It's so pretty. It's got these cutouts on the side, as you can kind of see. This is something I have to photograph on the mannequin because this doesn't make sense when it's hanging up on a hanger. It's a size medium. It's in great condition. You know, Abercrombie & Fitch in their Renaissance era right now. I'll tell you, if you are in the market for like special occasion dresses, bang for your buck, you really can't go wrong. I find their quality pretty dang good for their price point. I mean, they're priced right in there with like kind of Zara. In fact, a lot of their stuff is priced like lower than Zara. And again, I think the quality for what you get in terms of like, for me, I'm always looking at like bodice construction and like support and stuff like that. And I think that they're built a lot better than a lot of other stores in their price point. So check them out. And if you find something that you love, you know, also check out the secondhand market, because you can get them, like this will probably sell for like 35 bucks. So you can get yourself a nice like special occasion dress for 35 bucks and wear it once, turn around and hopefully sell it for the same 35 bucks that you bought it for. So it's something that I'm always kind of keeping my eyes out for. I've sold quite a bit of it and they always sell pretty quickly. So I'm a fan. Next up, this is a little men's resort wear piece. Again, this kind of stuff sells shockingly fast for me. This is from Zara. It's really some of the only stuff that I'm picking up from Zara. I've gotten very, very selective, but their men's resort wear does so well for me. It's not, you know, again, this is not gonna be like a $50 sale. This will be probably $25. This is like a lightweight knit. This feels like cotton. Of course, they cut out the interior tags. Zara always has those like intense interior tags, but I'm pretty sure that this is at least a cotton blend, if not 100% cotton. It's this really light pistachio green. I feel like it's showing up as like cream. I'm looking at the monitor. It doesn't look green at all, but you can kind of see the color differential here. But yeah, super cute. I will pick these things up anytime I see them because they sell so fast and people go on vacations all year. And I'll tell you, in the middle of winter, you can't go to a store and find something like this. You have to look at secondhand. Next up, a little vintage piece that I just love. This is a little embroidered denim maxi skirt, something that'll sell so quickly. It's from the Denim Land Paris collection. I'm gonna guess that this is probably late 80s, early 90s. It's buttoned down all the way on the front. Those flowers kind of sprinkled down, plain in the back. But again, something I'll probably see like 25, 30 bucks for, and no doubt this will go quickly. This kind of stuff flies out of my closet. Any kind of like embroidered denim from like the 80s, the 90s, like people love. They love it. This is both like 80s, 90s vintage, but it's also boho with the embroidery. This kind of feels Johnny Was-esque, like at least the embroidery does. So it's gonna have an appeal to a bunch of different types of audiences. But yeah, this will probably fly out of my closet quite quickly. Next up, I found a little LL Bean. This is kind of like their answer to the Patagonia Better sweater. So it's this nice red. It's in great condition. LL Bean, I mean, we love here. With the exception of a few really hot vintage pieces, LL Bean's generally not like a huge sale, but it's almost always a very quick sale. Their stuff is incredibly high quality. They stand by their stuff. You know, something like this I'll probably get like 25 bucks for. I want to say that this probably retailed like 60. It's not crazy expensive, but quality wise, if I see it, I'm gonna grab it because I know it'll probably be a pretty dang quick sale. I love finding LL Bean and I just do not find a lot of it here for obvious reasons. Next up, we've got the New Year's Eve season rolling right around. This is a very cute dress. This is from NBD x Navin. I'm not quite sure. I guess NBD is sold at Revolve and it's a collab piece, but it's got this full sequin stripe. This is the neckline, right? So it's a high neckline, and then the back is open with a strap around, and then the bottom is mini length. It's super cute. This is in great condition. I want to say that this retailed like $200. I'm not quite sure what I'll get on the resale market for it. I've found a couple of dresses from this specific line that have sold between like 30 and 60, but I haven't found this specific one, and I love those colors. So we'll find out. I'm gonna bank on probably 30, but could be closer to 40 or 50. Again, New Year's is right around the corner, so this is the kind of stuff that goes for New Year's Eve. Next up, we've got another 90s vintage piece. This is a brown lace kind of slip dress. This is stretchy lace. The brand on this is CDC Petites. It's a size 12. But again, we've got that unconventional lace, a full lace dress. It is about knee length. It's got that 90s camisole lace trim silhouette that is so hot right now. This is the kind of thing that'll fly super, super quickly. It's this like mottled brown lace all over, and it's in fantastic condition. But I'll probably see like somewhere 28 to 35 on this. And no doubt this will go quickly. Again, it's brown, it's lace, it's 90s vintage. It's really like all the check boxes, right? So cute. And it's a size 12, which love to see it. Oh my God. Next up, oh my goodness. This is so beautiful. I think that this is quite old. I think that this is all silk, but it's a vintage, I'm probably gonna butcher this, cheongsam. It's got the buttons. It's missing half of a frog somewhere here on the side. This is the traditional construction, is that they kind of button across and then down the side. It's got this stunning embroidered velvet collar. Again, I think that this is silk, which is just insane. It's got a few condition issues, but I'm gonna do some research. I mean, it's just so beautiful. It's interesting. My mother-in-law was here when I found this, and she kind of noticed that the darting, it's got like 2 darts right here, and there's only 1 dart on this side. So this was probably tailored in for whoever owned it, but what an interesting place to tailor it in, unless this is traditional, which I'm unfamiliar with. But I'm gonna do a little research. Let me know if you guys have ever found something like this. I'm gonna guess, this is like a wild guess, but I'm gonna guess probably maybe 60s or 70s on this. It's just really, really beautiful and beautifully made. Like I said, there are some condition issues, but let me know your experience if you've ever sold anything like this. I just thought it was so beautiful and absolutely positively could not leave it behind. This might take me a little bit of time to learn enough about it to feel comfortable to sell it, but I'll be happy to make sure that this does not land in the waste stream, because what an absolute sin that would be. Isn't she gorgeous? Absolutely stunning. Next up, another brown piece, guys. We're just living in the trends right now. This is from We Wore What, which is brand sold on Revolve. Not to be confused with Who What Wear, which is sold at Target. We Wore What is a higher end brand. And this is a very wrinkled, but oversized kind of deconstructed blazer. This is like a tencel fabric in this nice brown. It's a size medium, so it's definitely oversized. Single button there, so it's structured, but slouchy and oversized. Something like this I'll probably see somewhere between 30 and 50. Again, definitely a higher end brand. This needs like a bath and a really good steam to get it looking good, because it is just so wrinkled right now. But it's a great find, and again, on trend. It's got that preppy side, it's brown, it's got all of the style cues that are happening right now. Next up was this cute dress from Z Supply, and it is brand new with tags. It's actually inside out. So it is maxi length satin tiered skirt with a fully smocked bodice and long kind of blouson sleeves. It's a size extra large, and again, brand new with tags. Z Supply is one of those brands that I don't see a lot of in the bins, but I hear a lot of people talking about it, and it's definitely sold in like higher end places. So let me know if you pick up Z Supply, if you see it a lot, do you do well with it? I've only had 1 piece and it sold okay, but with this being brand new with tags, black dress, maxi dress, good size, like this has all the style cues I'm looking for, plus it being brand new with tags. So this feels like a pretty easy like bet to make, but let me know how you do with Z Supply if you pick it up at all. I'm interested. It's based here in LA, so I feel like I should see more of it, but I really don't see a ton of it while I'm outsourcing. So we'll see how this does. I'm gonna guess somewhere between 30 and 50 bucks on this. We'll find out. Next up, another brand I actually see quite a bit of, but I don't pick up all that often. This is from Fashion Nova, but the reason I picked it up is it is brand new with tags, and it's a size 2XL, and it's a fun little cocktail dress, right? So it's got this little crossover top, but this is what I loved about it. So it's mini length, and it's got this cute little like leg cut out with rhinestone fringes. I mean, who doesn't want to have rhinestone fringe hanging from their dress? I mean, I know I do. So again, this will be probably like a New Year's dress for somebody, easy peasy. And I'll probably see somewhere like $20 to $30 on this. Fashion Nova is not particularly expensive. And here you go, perfect example. This was in sleepwear. Now, this isn't necessarily a bolo, but it's a perfect example. This could easily have been like a silk slip dress, but instead of being in the dresses at $13.99, it would be in the robes for $7.99. Perfect example of mistagging can happen. Don't sleep on sleepwear. But how cute is that? I thought that was so cute. Next up, this cute little top from Free People. I literally just sold this exact shirt in a size small, and this will now be the 3rd one to come through my hands. So it's the something penny shirt. I can't remember the name, I'll put it down on the screen, but it's got these really cool like oversized blouson sleeves with this beautiful like embroidered sheer detail. This will sell for like 25, 30 bucks all day long. And at least for now, I will pick this shirt up, this specific shirt up. I also have one in burgundy, and I can't remember if I've sold that one or not, but very cute. Okay, next up, this was kind of a fun one, and I found this in a pile of a couple other things from the same brand. This is Zumba wear. Now, I've never done Zumba, but I actually have quite a few friends that are big into Zumba, and I know that these drops can be a really big deal. And these are their like kind of, I feel like this is like their signature kind of cargo pants. They have straps that hang off of it, you know, all kinds of things that move when you're dancing. And these seem to do fairly well on the resale market. There were a couple like tank tops that I left behind, but these I did grab. As you can see, they say Zumba, big across the leg. So we will find out, like sold comps on similar pants are between like 30 and 40 bucks, which seems pretty high, but I can see it. If this is something that's like their signature and they sell out and people really want them, I can see these going really quickly. So yeah, fully branded Zumba wear. We'll find out. Let me know if you've ever found some pieces from Zumba. How do they do for you? Did they move really quickly? I'm interested to hear. This is like the first piece I've ever gotten my hands on at the thrift, so I'll find out, but let me know how you have done. Next up, we've got a nightgown from Soma. This is like the softest thing ever. I know that there's a lot of people out there that really love Soma. So it's just this like super slinky jersey. It's got a really subtle stripe to it. It's a size XL. I love the back. This like wide open back with a little bar across the top to keep it on your shoulders. But it is midi length. And it's got slits on either side for movement. I want to say that this will hit probably like ankle maybe, but it's in great condition. I'll probably see somewhere between like 20 and 30 bucks on this. Soma nightgowns have done very, very well for me. And this is so soft. I don't see a lot of Soma that isn't absolutely destroyed. So when I find something like that, I do pick it up. Next up, we've got another one of those 90s style dresses. I mean, guys, I'm picking these things up left and right if I can find them. This one is from David Dart for Force One. I started to do a little bit of deep dive into him, but his stuff is lovely. I love this print, this kind of brown, almost like gallery wall style print. This feels very whimsical and 90s at the same time. Same silhouette, right? So it's that kind of oversized baby doll. It's got short sleeve. This one is collared and it's got a little strap to tie in the back. Again, something I'll probably see between $25 and $35 on. I'm gonna guess fairly quickly. Again, these kind of 90s grunge, 90s romance styles just fly out of my closet. And I feel like I found so much of it recently after not getting my hands on it for a while. So very, very cute. Next up, this is a little linen dress from Saks Fifth Avenue. I've sold this exact dress twice and they've both sold for $35. So I've got some good data on it, but it's 100% linen. It's got a little waist tie. It's got a little ruffle on the bottom. Super cute. It's a size small. Now, I don't know if they sell the branded Saks Fifth Avenue stuff in actual Saks Fifth Avenue stores or if this is only something that they sell over at Off Fifth. I mean, I don't spend too much time in Saks Fifth Avenue like the real store. I can afford nothing. Maybe if I'm feeling fancy, I'll go and I'll get my foundation there because they do sell it there. But either way, 35 bucks should be a pretty easy sale. Again, it's very summery, so maybe something that won't move until that summer vacation time. But now is the time that they're clearing this stuff out of our thrift stores. So I will grab this any day, especially at the bins. Next up, this is one I'm dying because I cannot find who made this. This is a nursing cover. And I'll tell you one thing, guys. Nursing covers have moved so freaking fast out of my closets. And you can usually tell because they have like the neck hole here and then it's off to one side, right? So you have the kind of shoulder off to one side. This one has buttons on the top and I'll tell you, it feels like cashmere. It feels like cashmere or merino. I'm leaning more towards cashmere and I cannot, there's no tag whatsoever on this thing, so I cannot tell who makes it. So I'm gonna have to do a little bit of Google image search, see if I can figure out who made this. I mean, with no name on it, I'll probably see a minimum of like 18 to 20 bucks on it if I can figure out who made it. Like there's a couple brands out there. One is like We Are Amma that are making these higher end versions of this. Like I had a We Are Amma nursing cover and I want to say it sold for like $50 in a day. Like every time I've ever listed a nursing cover, it has sold within like a day or two. So keep your eyes out for them. Once you know what you're looking for, understand the silhouette if you are not familiar with it. It's really, really easy to spot it. And they are just like a slam dunk pickup. But if you are in a situation where you have to pay up for it, just do a quick comp search on it, because again, you don't want to be paying like $10 for something you're going to get $18 for. But if you can get $50 for it, spend that $10 all day. Like I said, pretty sure that this is merino or cashmere, maybe a blend of the two. It feels divine. Next up, and I found this actually really close to that, so I'm wondering if they're from the same person, because these are from Hatch, which is a very high-end maternity wear company. These are some linen blend pants. They're like ankle length, but they're not like jogger. They're just kind of like a loose tapered fit. They are a size 2, and Hatch stuff resells for like a crazy amount of money. I just sold a jumpsuit that is like the softest thing in the whole world. I sold that for $60, and it was basically like kind of like loungewear, you know, pajama wear. So maybe somewhere 40, 50 bucks on this. Hatch is very expensive. I do not pick up a ton of maternity. Hatch stuff, I will. So keep your eyes out for that label. We're getting there, guys. Just 3 more things. 2 quick vintage sweaters. This one is a vintage Palm Beach Sports AAA sweater. I like picking up these kind of things. This is something that will sell for like car guys. This is something that'll sell for costumes. This is something that hipsters will buy. It's made in the USA. I'm gonna guess that this is acrylic. You know it's old when it says 100% Orlon acrylic. Made in the USA though. So it's in great condition. It's a ladies size large. So this is obviously meant to be like a pretty like slim fit, but something like this I'll see like 25 to 35 on. These kind of vintage crested sweaters. They do better or worse depending on like the subject matter. But AAA has a lot of appeal because there are so many like hardcore car people out there. So very cute and in perfect condition. This feels like brand new. And this one I'm just obsessed with. This is vintage United Colors of Benetton. I'm sure I'm gonna take you guys back with that label. I am so obsessed with this sweater to the point where I might keep it for myself. I have no shame. Or it might be one of those in use until sold situations. So it's just very like classic. I'm gonna guess that this is probably 80s, maybe early 90s, but it's collared. This is wool blend. There's a couple little specks on it, so I'm gonna have to see if I can get them out gently. But made in Italy, preppy like you would not believe. I mean, this just kind of feeds into the aesthetic that is happening right now. If I decide to sell this, I'll probably see like between 30 and 50 bucks on this. Benetton is a great brand. It's made in Italy. You know, quality is always going to be there. I'm pretty sure, again, that this is wool, if not 100% wool, at least a wool blend. It's got the crest. It's got the navy blue tipping. It's everything. I was so excited to get my hands on this. And finally, are you guys ready for a roller coaster ride? Because this was fun. So I was kind of at the end of my time at the bins, and I always go back for like one more look. Like they'll do one more turn of the tables and I'll go back and I'll look, and usually like on that last turn I'll be so spent I don't even feel like digging through everything. But I usually do it because it's traditional and you just never know what you're gonna find on your last pass. I've found some great stuff. So I was on my way back to my cart and I walked past a shoe bin and I saw these shoes that looked, you know, they looked really nice. They look in like brand new condition, so like leather espadrilles. So I picked them up and they're heavy, like they have some heft to them. And I looked on the insole and I saw that. So I never heard of it. I'm like, okay, so wood soles, and it's something from Germany. Now, good quality German shoes are going to be very, very expensive, right? There are a couple like great German comfort shoe brands that are gonna resell for like, you know, 60, 70 bucks. So I grab them and I take them back to my cart to take a closer look at them. So again, all leather, great condition. Again, heavy, heavy espadrilles. So I search the name that I'm seeing in here, whatever, is Zederna DE. And all that's coming up is insoles, cedar insoles for odor control. And I'm like, oh, okay, so these are insoles. So I like get my nail down there to see if the insoles come up, and they do. Easy peasy. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see this, but the actual name came into focus. And I don't know if that is showing up on the camera, but these are Balenciaga. in like perfect condition. So, oh my God. So I start looking a little bit more around and I saw the sole. So clearly this is an aftermarket sole. You can kind of see where it's put on top of like the traditional sole. So this, you can kind of see the logo there. If you are unfamiliar, these are called Topy or Toppy soles, T-O-P-Y. And these are soles that are basically like sole protectors. So people will pay to put these on the soles of their shoes to protect them, to really like preserve them. So obviously whoever owned this was doing the most in terms of like keeping these pristine. I mean, you can tell that they've been worn, but the creasing is so minimal on this. But like, to put this into like context, in major cities, if you want to put these sole protectors on your shoes, you're looking at about a price between like $100 and $175 just for the sole protectors. So you know that this was like an investment. So if you see these kind of soles, and again, get a look at that little logo there. If you see that on a pair of shoes in the thrift, you should pay attention because somebody paid a lot of money to protect the bottom of those shoes. So these are, I believe, a size 8.5 men's. And again, in like perfect condition. I will probably see like somewhere between $200 to $400 on these. I want to say that they were about $800 or $900 new. So, oh my God, what a find. This is like all the lessons, right? Number one, you never know what you're going to find at the bin. Number two, if it's weird and well made, take a look at it. Like just grab it. You can always put it back. These are weird and well made, and they turned out to be a great find. So what a great little cherry on the top of a pretty dang great day at the bins. But that is it, guys. That is the haul for today. Thank you so much for hanging with me while I go through this stuff. Thank you for nerding out with me about all of these weird things. I'm so happy to know that there are other people in the world that like the same stuff that I do. Let me know about your time when you picked up something that you thought was weird and it ended up being like an extremely expensive designer. I need to know. I love to hear about your surprise grails as well. But guys, if you had fun, please consider leaving a like or a comment on this video. Don't forget to hit subscribe. I would love to have you along on this journey. But without further ado, guys, I hope you have the most beautiful week. Happy hunting, and I will see you all in the next one.